In progress.
So, good afternoon. My name is Michael Randolph. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of many programs that we're rolling out under the Technology, Wealth Building, and Job Creation Center. As you know, this particular program has received national attention because it seeks to provide training that leads to high paying jobs in the tech field, as well as in wealth building. The technology side of the table, we've been talking about for the last probably 6 months. That's where we talked about how we're using AI to actually transform marginalized communities from the bottom up. The wealth building portion of that talks about how we plan to use DeFi or the Web3 to create more access to capital, especially for low income neighborhoods. Also, part of where the wealth building portion of this project, we talked about creating e-commerce and home-based business along with your regular bricks and mortar. Both of these leads to job creation. I will be remiss if I try to say that this is all the technology and wealth building and job creation center consists of. It consists of way more related to the different areas that we are focused on. But today I just want to focus on one aspect of one of the classes that's going to be coming out of the technology center. It's called Coding for Community Impact. Now, this particular quick overview um, is part of our comprehensive workshop, which is a 10 to 12-week workshop on coding. So let's talk about it. What is coding? First of all, let's talk about why coding matters today. It leads to access higher paying jobs. It builds digital businesses. It automates tasks with AI. It creates apps, websites, as well as both when they say apps, it's about all types of apps, both mobile apps as well as other apps that leads to high paying jobs. And then it solves community problems. The opportunity gap. Well, let's face it, limited access to technology training, free local tech career pathways, lack of digital entrepreneurial skills, and coding education helps close the financial gap. Our program is getting national attention from around the nation in terms of what is the pathway forward using a new paradigm and transforming this enfranchised and marginalized community with technology. So, what will you learn today? Again, this is an overview. For today, we're going to talk about what is coding, what is basic program concepts. Actually, you're going to write your first simple code, and you're going to understand how the website works, and then we're going to talk about pathways to tech careers. So, what is coding? Well, coding is giving the instruction to the computers. Programs tell computers what tasks to perform. For example, it's used in websites, apps, AI, and software. Popular coding language. Python is one that deals with AI. We use this a lot. AI, data science, and automation. It deals with JavaScript, which deals with websites and web application, web structure, as well as databases. Well, we use coding in everyday life. You'll be surprised when it comes to websites, social media platforms, mobile application, online banking, artificial intelligence, and as well as game applications. So basic coding concepts, verbals, functions, logic, loops, and conditions. I know that's a lot, but again, this is an overview. Our more intense 12-week class takes you to a totally another level. So let's give an example of your first code. And what you're going to do, if you got the software, is to put in this code right here, and then you're going to ask it to print. So what is asking the computer to do? Say first, is say the name, and name is going to equal input. And the input, you're going to type in your name. And then you hit print. And then what's going to come out is hello plus your name. So let's do another exercise with your computer. You're going to hit print, and I'm learning to code. And then you're going to hit try running this program online. Try running this program on an online coding platform. And we're going to tell you about some of those platforms a little bit later on. How does a website works? And most of us, unless you're living in a tunnel, use websites every day. This breaks down to how the website works. It talks about the structure, the design and outlay, and the activity. Here are some examples of website codes that you'll learn in class that makes up the web page, the website. Again, in using code, you tell the computer what to do and what to produce. Coding plus artificial intelligence. Some of the things we're going to be talking about, and we talked about earlier when we talked about artificial intelligence in depth, we talked about uh, chat blocks, automation tools, data analysts, and smart applications. Again, part of the Web3 phenomenon. Now, the careers that you can get into, web developers, data analysts, software engineer, AI specialists, and cyber security analysts. And you can do freelance or entrepreneurship. For example, we teach you how to build websites, how to create applications, how to start digital services, and more importantly, how to launch a tech startup. Some of the free tools that you can use online, because we just told you a couple coding exercises earlier, you can use these free softwares. Our class, however, we use more sophisticated paid software to teach you how to do what you do. One of the software you can use is Code Plus Or, and any of the others and that you can use also. Coding programs can help you, residents, and businesses access technology opportunities. Hence, the technology, the wealth building, and job creation center. As a matter of fact, if you go to AI, be it Claude, be it Copilot, be it Gemini, any of them, be it ChatGPT, and type in Center for Nonprofit. No, I'm sorry. If you type in Technology, Wealth Building, and Job Creation Center, it'll come up. That's how popular this program that we're creating is becoming. Then finally down to certification pathway. Part of the pathways that's going to come out the Technology Center is level 1, Holden Foundation. Level 2, Web Foundation. Level 3, AI and automation. And then finally, digital entrepreneurship. So I want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to give this quick presentation. If you're following us, you've seen all of the different parts that we talked about related to the Technology, Wealth Building, and Job Creation Center. It's changing the narrative. It's putting together a new paradigm on how we help the least of us to earn the most. Follow us and email us, westtampacdc@gmail.com, to learn more about the center, to learn more about the Technology, Wealth Building, and Job Creation Center. Now, I'm with the Center for Nonprofit and Community Development, and we work in conjunction with the West Tampa community. Again, westtampacdc@gmail.com. Follow us. Learn more about what's coming. We're changing the narrative in poor neighborhoods throughout the country. West Tampa now is being looked at by entities from around the nation. This is the next best thing coming out of West Tampa.